Kyra and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be doing a tutorial on this pink and orange, really bright, colorful eye look. And even though I know we are approaching the end of summer, I feel like this look is very festive and perfect for this time of year. And it's, you know, a fun look just to play around with if you want to play with some colors. So I already primed my eyelids using my MAC Lane Low Paint Pot, and then I just went in with a very light beige tone eyeshadow just to kind of act as a base shade. Now throughout this tutorial I'll be using Morphe individual eyeshadows. Unfortunately, you guys, the only thing that sucks about this look is that I actually do not know the names of them, but you guys can kind of just find something with similar colors laying around your house to kind of create the same look. So I went ahead and used the beige tone as a base shade, and now I'm taking this very light pink shade and it's popping that in the crease. It's actually more of like a pinkish reddish shade, and as you can see it's very, very bright and vibrant, which is perfect for this look. And now I'm going in with the shade Maneater from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette and popping that into the crease as well. I'm not bringing it as far up as I did the first pink shade. I'm focusing this again right more so in the crease, and I'm bringing it right below where I applied the first shade. This shade is more on the purple side and is a little bit darker, so adding that into the crease kind of helps to define the crease a little bit more. So once I've done that, I'm going to take my NYX Milk Jumbo Pencil and just apply that to my my lid area. And now I'm just smudging it out with just a flat shader brush, just kind of create that lid shape. And now I'm going to go in with this orange shade, which is also a Morphe individual eyeshadow. Again, I'm sorry you guys, I do not know the name, but it's really just a pure orange shade. And just pop that onto the crease. Applying that white base first helps us to really get the pigmentation that we want from the orange shade. So I applied that and then applied the orange shade, and I'm just going in and blending out the edges, just making sure that we don't have any harsh lines and that everything is meshing very well together. Blending is key here, you guys, making sure that everything is blended nice and well. And I'm also kind of bringing that purple shade, that darker Maneater shade, a little bit onto the lid. I'm actually kind of bringing Maneater about half of the way in, and then the orange is on the inner half, if that makes sense. So you have some Maneater on the lid and then some of the orange shade on the lid as well. And doing this again helps to kind of marry everything together and make sure that everything is nice and blended. Alright, so now for primer, this day I was actually pretty oily. I mean, not pretty oily, I was actually pretty dry. So I just took my Tarte Clean Slate primer. I did not use the Becca, and just used a Tarte Clean Slate to fill in my pores. And now I'm going in with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade Classic Tan to, of course, apply as the base for this look. Actually, it's a really, really, really good drugstore foundation. Keeps you really matte and also helps to blur out those pores. During this step, my camera actually stopped filming, so I'm just going in and I highlighted using the NARS Creme Concealer in the shade Biscuit. I applied the concealer, of course, to my forehead, bridge of my nose, and under my eyes and Cupid's bow area. And then I also went in with the Ruby Kisses 3D Contour Stick, just kind of contour a little bit. And of course, as you can see, it adds a little bit of a dimension and brings some shape back to the face. So after I highlighted it and contoured with my concealer and my contour stick, I'm going to go ahead and set my highlight with the Laura Mercier powder, just, you know, applying that with a beauty blender, making sure that everything is nice and set and does not crease throughout the day. And I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face, use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark. And this also helps to combat oily skin and just, again, helps to make sure that our foundation is set all day. Now this is a product that I actually have not used in quite a while. It's the Morphe, I think it's the 9 bronzer set, I believe it's what it's called. I don't know, it's just a 9 bronzer palette. And I just took the lighter shade and popped that, you know, of course, to bronze my skin. So I popped it along the cheekbone area as well as my forehead area. And now I'm going in with a little bit of a darker shade and just taking that to further contour along the cheekbones and also bringing that closer towards my hairline. As you can see, it adds some really nice dimension and kind of adds some more shape back to my face to define my cheekbones, my forehead, and things like that. And just to kind of make sure that everything is blended in, I'm going to take a little bit more of my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark to marry everything together and make sure everything is really nice and seamless. For highlighter, I'm taking my Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter in the shade Molten Gold, and it's popping that along the cheekbones, my forehead, and then of course the bridge of my nose and Cupid's bow. Right now I'm just dusting away the excess powder and contouring my nose, but I will be going in and applying the highlighter to the bridge of my nose and the point of my nose, and of course the Cupid's bow. And instead of using the brush today, I'm actually going to be using my finger. And I think I'm going to be sticking with my finger from now on. I don't know, I just love the way it looks with just using my finger. And I actually learned this trick from a fellow YouTuber. I can't remember exactly who it was, but I just love the way that looks. So I think I'm going to be using my finger from now on. Now, of course, going ahead and dusting away that excess powder, we did go ahead and apply some powder under the contour just to kind of clean it up a little bit. But of course, make sure you dust it away and then clean up any areas along the eyes that may have gotten messed up with powders or concealer. Just go ahead and just clean it up really quickly. And now for my waterline, I'm going to take an orange liner. This is actually from LA Girl, and it's popping that in my waterline. And then in the previous clip, as you can see, I started off by applying that orange liner to my lips, but I hated the way it came out. So I just wiped that lipstick off, or that lip liner off, and now I'm going to go in with my MAC Night Moth lip liner. Apply that to my lips. And now I want to take the Milani Matte Lip Cream in the shade Craze, which is a really, really pretty coral matte liquid lipstick. And let's apply that to my lips. Now just going in and cleaning up the edges with some more lip liner. Again, this is Night Moth. And then applying a dab of, I believe it's Adorable Matte Lip Cream in the center, just to kind of make sure that's a little bit light in the center and everything is nice and blended. And then using my finger here to blend everything out. We don't want any harsh lines anywhere, including the lips. Alright, now I'm going to take that orange shade that I applied onto the lid and just lightly swipe that and dust that under or on my lower lash line, just to add a little bit of color there. And then I'm taking this champagne shade from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette just to pop in the inner corner to add just a nice pop of shimmer. Now I went ahead and applied my false lashes off camera. I applied the Koko lashes in the style Amore. So I popped those on. Of course, I'm going ahead and applying mascara now to the top lashes and the bottom lashes. And here I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. You guys saw me rave about this in my previous video. So I'm just popping that onto my lashes to get a really nice bold look. And once we have done all that, you guys, we are done. Here's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye, you guys.